As we talked earlier in the show, profits not so good these days in agriculture. Here's the latest from our market analyst.
What are you thinking? What do you think when you're describing the conditions right now?
You know, in the big picture, the thing we have to look at is on paper, and that's always the interesting part about agriculture is what's on paper is different than reality. But on paper, everything looks very abundant. It looks like we've got plenty of corn, plenty of soybeans, and if you look at most areas, planting progress is moving along rather nicely. However, there are spots, northeast Nebraska, and as you move into the southern plains, you know, moisture has been a problem. And that's actually what's been giving us a little bit of a bounce in the markets. The speculators definitely, they think the market's going lower. They've bet that way in a big way. They've sold a lot of grain already, and that put some pressure on the markets earlier. So it's a tug of war, actually, Marilyn, going back and forth right now.
And that's that part of the discussion with what's going on right now then?
It really is. The big discussion today, and why we have a bounce today, is there's some very heavy rains forecasted for the southern plains. That went ahead and caused wheat to bounce higher. Wheat's up about 15 cents right now. That pulled corn higher too. Corn's up about 5. Now we think right now, we don't think that's given us a selling opportunity here today, but I'd say overall, you know, the farmers really have to get ready. If we would see this bounce a little bit higher, then I think that would get them positioned to be able to start making some additional sales.
Could that happen here in the next couple weeks? Something to look at then?
That's you're asking a great question there. What's important over the next few weeks? A few things that we're watching right now. Plantings about 85% complete on corn, 45% complete on soybeans. There'll be an update on numbers on Tuesday. They won't be out on Monday because of Memorial Day weekend.
All right.
But they'll be out on Tuesday. If for some reason the acres wouldn't get planted quite as they think, yeah, that could be what could help give us a little bit of a bounce. We don't think that's going to happen. We think the acres are going to get in as everybody thinks they are, and therefore longer term, we think we're going to be in for some lower prices.
So therefore, we always need some advice.
Yeah, we do.
What kind of action should farmers be thinking about taking here?
Yeah, right now the action they really want to focus on is they want to focus on where are their break-evens. They want to also think about, you know, how much are they comfortable selling. If the market gives us a little bit higher bounce here, I would say for them to go ahead and get sold on corn, on soybeans, on both old crop and new crop, because longer term we think we could see much lower prices. By the time we get out to harvest, if we don't have a weather problem, we could see corn prices 60 cents lower than where they are today, and on soybeans, if everything falls as we think it could, we could be over $1 lower by the time we get out to harvest.
So might need to look into it. And again, this is something that you need to talk to someone about. Then you can always contact Heartland Farm Partners here. Jeff will help you out. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Stay tuned. Weather is up next.